I'm going to try to keep this one a little bit brief because there's only 3 games tonight. So, again, it's a slow week because of the buys. Sort of reminds me of the 80s this way when there's only 21 teams. Where you couldn't have more than 10 games in a night, and usually it was 4 or 5. And you could pay more attention to everything individually, and now with 31 teams, it's sometimes chaotic that way. If only I'd had a channel in the 80s. But I would have predated the internet. So tonight you got Carolina and Washington. Washington's won 10 in a row at home, which is impressive. They're 27-13-3. Carolina's 19-15-8. It'll be interesting to see if, at the end of this, if Washington's able to do on the road what they've been doing at home. They've been very impressive. Holtby starting against Darling. I'll go ahead and say Washington likely wins that one. Carolina has been very unpredictable, very all over the place. And when they lay an egg, like when they lose, it's usually a big one. And this could be one of those games. Now that I've said it, it'll go the other way. Carolina will win it. Columbus is in Buffalo. Linus Ullmark is making his first start. Now, it's interesting. Ullmark's been putting up very good numbers in the American Hockey League. Very, very strong. And the Buffalo organization figures that Linus Ullmark is going to be a starter for them. They do. They seem to be high on his future, and they believe that at the very least he's going to be a 1A, 1B type goaltender, maybe more. Which is strange since he made his NHL debut a while ago, and he didn't play last year. He'll be up against Sergei Bobrovsky and the Columbus Blue Jackets. The good news for Ullmark is this is not the same Bobrovsky as in October and November, but still, that's an intimidating foe, isn't it? Guy who's the defending Vezina Trophy winner, not likely to win the Vezina with the numbers he has right now, but they're in Buffalo. This is a case where Columbus is looking to get back on track. And, oh look, it's the Buffalo Sabres. That's the perfect team to get us back on track. I'll keep an eye on that one because it'll be interesting to see how Ullmark does. I'm torn on Ullmark. I don't know. To me, he when I saw him play before, he seemed like, okay, he'll be a half-decent backup. Maybe he's got starter potential. This is a tough way to show it. For a team that's got a 10-24-9 record up against a 25-16-3 Columbus team that should come in angry over some recent results and ready to build on their last game, I would think. And for Buffalo, it's a miserable season. So it's a tough spot to put Ullmark in there. But if Ullmark plays well, Johnson's gone. That'll be the end of Johnson in Buffalo. Calgary, Tampa, that may be the plan anyways. He may be gone by Saturday regardless of what Ullmark does. Calgary and Tampa. So the Flames on the road now, 22-16-4. Mike Smith starting against his former team, the Tampa Bay Lightning, 31-9-3, and Vasilevsky in net. On paper, this looks like a mismatch in favor of Tampa, but I think it's going to be closer than people might think. Tampa's been making it kind of tougher on themselves than they need to, outside of the 5-2 win over Detroit. But even that was closer than it looks on the score sheet. So Tampa's kind of got into those dog days themselves. If I had to wager, I would say, yeah, Tampa probably wins this one, but I would not be surprised to see it go into extra time. Now, those 3 games are done. Tanev. They're talking about Tanev today that he lost 6.5 teeth blocking a shot. And he's going to need surgery. He intends to play on Friday. But, and I believe that game's in Columbus. So Columbus will be on a back-to-back that night. And Tanev intends to play. He'll have a full face shield on. And he's going to need surgery when the Canucks hit their bye week. And it's dental surgery being dental surgery and whatnot. Again, and I only bring this up because, he's out now for a couple of games. And, because he wants to be back in Friday. We don't know for sure that he will be. So he misses part of the game against Washington after that. Now he's going to miss tonight's game. And he wants to play tomorrow. We'll see what happens. So there were a lot of people that said, oh, it doesn't hurt blocking shots, or guys don't get hurt blocking shots, or oh, it's fine. Tell Tanev that. I'd be interested, too, to see the stats on Chris Tanev's injuries and how much of them are related to shot blocking. Tanev is going to definitely be a guy who gets mentioned a lot at the trade deadline. I will say this. The Canucks will listen to offers for Chris Tanev. because they're not in a position to make the playoffs. There will be teams that ask. Teams will not give the Canucks for Chris Tanev what Tanev wants, or what the Canucks want for Tanev. And I also don't think they're going to give the huge amount of gifts that Canuck fans would seem to like for him. They seem to think a player, a prospect, and a draft pick. Tanev, if you're lucky, you'll get 55 games a year out of him. I love Tanev to death, but he is the Sammy Salo of this generation. And as much as I like the guy and I think he's a great defenseman, he is not able to stay healthy. And his shot blocking, the way that he plays the game, is going to mean that he's on the shelf a lot. So that's just a sort of a postscript for my other video where I talked about shot blocking and how, I think it happens a lot, and there are a lot of injuries that occur from shot blocks. And on that video too, there were plenty of people who posted about players who got hurt blocking shots. And it's good timing because tonight we see Columbus, John Tortorella's shot blocking team. He teaches shot blocking. At least Buffalo is a team that isn't as offensively gifted, and yet while I say that, I don't think I'd want to block a Ristolainen shot or Okposo or Eichel or O'Reilly, or there's a lot of them. So even on a team like Buffalo with 10 wins, I still don't know that I want to get in the way of all those shots. Anyways, there you go. There's your 3 games of the night. A little update on Tanev. Thank you very much for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, and I'll talk to you again soon.